just wanted to share a few thoughts on the YMG so far. I've been wanting to do a review of this bow, but I'm still trying to get used to it. It's still quite heavy for me, and it's getting easier every week, but it's still, after a while, once you get to a certain point of tiredness, it's you know, it's no good, and I think I'm reaching that stage now. But I just wanted to share a few thoughts about the YMG, the Yeon Mu Gung, and the process that I went through to buy it directly from Yeon Mu Gung, Yeonmu Industries Company Limited. There's a myth out there that the YMG is like a premium bow and it's twice as expensive as other Korean bows, and that's not true. On the website, on YMG, the price of a YMG bow is more expensive than the other Korean bows, but not by much. So a basic YMG with a flat back and artificial leather on it costs just under $190 with current exchange rates. I think I checked yesterday, so it's about $190. That is basic YMG, standard strength for a long bow, medium bow or short bow with a single basic string like this one. That's $190. For that, then you need to add shipping, taxes and handling, and that pushes the price up. If for this one, having the rounded back and the birch bark on it, which birch bark being a natural product, you can see it has blemishes on it. So, and I've got like different shades of birch on it. So, you know, it is what it is. It's never going to be perfect. But this one, you have to pay extra for the rounded back and for the birch bark. So the birch bark is about $23 extra, which isn't too bad considering, because some other bowyers elsewhere would charge you a lot more just to wrap a bow in birch bark. And the rounded back is again another $23. So both together was about $45 extra to get this model, above and beyond what the basic model is. So 190 plus 45, so that's $235 for this bow. This one is also a 75-pound bow. I didn't get the heart-shaped sticker, which I was gutted because I really like it. But I've got here what looks like a very crudely written 7 and 5, but this is a 75-pound bow that I ordered. YMG, the standard bow weight on a YMG goes all the way up to 75. Most other bowyers for Korean bows, the limit is at 60, and then if you want any bow above 60, you have to pay extra, you know, for the extra weight. With YMG, the standard bows go all the way up to 75 pounds, so you don't have to pay any extra for any bow over 60 pounds. And there's that, and then if you want to have the gun day and the bow bag, that's another $20 in the price. So from where so $255, you get a YMG, basic string, gun day and a bag for $255. Plus, you know, 10% taxes and shipping, etc. So at a base point, $255 for a full bow set, you know, it's not too bad, I don't think. So this model, I also ordered, and I've got one here. I also ordered 2 knotted strings, which I've got here. So handmade knotted strings. From YMG, which I haven't really used yet. And in total, my order total for the YMG came to, with the 2 knotted strings, birch bark, rounded back, £75, gung day and bow bag, came to a total of $374 shipped to me. After that I need to pay taxes and import duties and so forth. But this, you know, I think that was a really good price for this bow. Looking online at other resellers, you know, there's no, you know, you can't get that price anywhere else. And other you know, to get this from other resellers, I would have had to pay, you know, maybe $200 extra, and even then I might not have got the rounded back on it. So I wouldn't have been able to get this bow from anybody else other than directly from YMG. I'm quite happy with the bow. My only concern, and I'll come back to the knotted strings, is that it is quite susceptible to limb twist when stringing if not done correctly. So the first few times I strung it up, you can see my first video of impressions, that the one of the limbs was slightly twisted, and that was because I was doing the step through method. Since then I'm only ever using the thigh method, and that provides a lot better consistency. But I don't know whether it's a YMG thing, or in terms of lateral stiffness of the goja, or whether it's actually due to the strength of this bow that it kind of extra, you know, it just pulls extra on the goja. And maybe, you know, maybe at this strength you need to be, you know, pay extra for the heavy duty ones to you know, to minimize that twist. So that is my only concern with this bow. Secondly, when I first got the bow, when I first got the knotted strings, I tried to, I strung it up, and I did a few test pulls on it, and on my first test pull, as soon as I let the bow down, either between a twisted limb or the knot not sitting right on the goji, I found that the bow unstrung itself violently, and that was quite a scary moment. So I haven't actually tried them back on again. I've just shot the bow with the standard string, and just been very careful to make sure that, you know, to checking for alignment and so forth, and also to check that the string is sitting right on the dogoji, is sitting center. These dogoji are completely flat. They don't have any. They don't have a little groove for the string to sit on. So that's a bit of a concern in terms that it doesn't help the string sit back into place. And also the Yeonmu Goja, the pointy bit here at the end, is quite wide, and it's kind of like diamond shaped to catch the string. Let's show on the bottom easier. But it means that the shoulder is very, very narrow, so there's a risk that the string might come off when stringing the bow. So that's another area to be very, very careful. I mean, all in all, it is very sturdy, but it's just, you know, stringing the bow is something that I have to be super careful on. At some point I'll try the knotted string, and I'll film it, because if it does come off, I want to be able to see it and see exactly what happens. But I won't be doing that for a few weeks, especially not here, because got my boots on, and they're quite thick and heavy, and I don't, you know, getting the bow between my legs with these boots and the mud and everything is probably not good for the bow. But that's it. I just wanted to cover that. However, saying all that, the buying directly from YMG is a bit of an arduous task. It's not straightforward at all. You can't buy it through the website. The website's all in Korean, so you need to translate it. But because of the way the internet works in Korea, the main internet provider in Korea, Naver, Naver, seems to have a bit of a chokehold on everything. So in order to be able to register on a Korean website for e-commerce, you need to have physical address in Korea or a Korean phone number, and that allows them to verify that you're a real person, and it's a trust issue. But trying to buy through the website is impossible with most Korean websites, domestic ones anyway. So you need to go through and make the purchase via email, contacting Mr. Kim. But there's language barriers, cultural barriers, and it's not a very straightforward process. I know a few people who've tried, and it's never been straightforward. The other issue is that, unlike normal e-commerce where you can pay with a credit card, PayPal, or other kind of payment way, Yeon Mu Gung insists that you pay through a bank transfer. So that means becoming familiar with international payments, with a SWIFT system, what information you need to provide, and also to become familiar with your bank's way of doing international payments, as well as whatever anti-money laundering requirements they have. So you'll need company registration numbers, addresses, physical addresses, registered office addresses, names of the principals. There's quite a few, lots of bit of information that you need. And if one of those things is not quite right, the payment will get stopped, get rejected. It might sit in a reconciliation account for a while, and it might take days or weeks even to get through. So there's a trade-off between peace of mind and buying through one of the resellers, with credit card, and they can ship quickly, or you have to physically go through the direct buying process, and in every case that I've seen, mostly you really need somebody on the ground who can make a phone call and speak to to YMG to help get the process moving. Without that, it's a very scary process, especially with a direct brand transfer, because if anything goes wrong, the money's gone. Not that anything would happen, but potentially if you put the wrong number down or something and it goes to the wrong account, it is much harder. You don't have peace of mind, you don't have insurance or protection like you would do with a credit card purchase. So there's a lot to consider. All in all, this is a good bow. I recommend it. But if I were to get another YMG, I think I might just go for the basic flat back artificial skin. It's nice to have the birch bark, but if you just want to enjoy the shooting experience of the bow, artificial skin will last you for a lifetime and without any problems. Whereas the birch bark, you'll need to keep it moist, oiled. It will chip, it will fade over time, and and it's something that will perish. It's inevitable. And at that point, you need to either replace the birch bark yourself or find some other way of covering it. So yeah. So let me know if you got any questions. Yeah, I mean, it's a good bow, not necessarily the best bow out there, but it has its reputation for a good reason. Thank you.